Think Tank. Well, hello, Internet. Today in this presentation, I'm going to tell you how to control your emotions. I'm doing this presentation because Akbar sent me a question. How do I stop thinking about people who are mean to me? Well, I'm going to approach this question by explaining how to eliminate negative thoughts and actions altogether. I'll explain how our brains retrieve these negative thoughts, and in doing so, also explain how to keep yourself from having these thoughts. How do we think? When we think about anything, we remember past experiences through three primary ways: in pictures, sounds, and feelings. In psychology, it is believed that you can replace a negative thought by focusing on what triggers it and then assigning a positive thought to that same trigger. One way you can do this is through what is called the Swish technique, but I'll get into that in a little bit later. First, I want you to exercise your brain though. Think back to a positive experience visually. Now answer these questions. Is that picture in black and white or color? Do you see yourself in the experience? What I mean by this is, do you see your own body? If so, you're disassociated with this experience. If, however, you're experiencing the moment through your own eyes, you are associated with the experience. We'll get more into that in a bit. Can you interact with your surroundings, or are they flat like a picture? Is the experience far away, or does it surround you? Now I want you to think of that same experience auditorily. Do you hear anything? Are the sounds loud or soft? Is the sound in stereo or monotone? Is the sound clear or muted? Can you reach out and feel textures? Can you experience the weight of objects? Can you feel heat or cold? Are these feelings intense? Or do you have to force yourself to feel anything? A submodality is a distinction in how we re-experience a past event. That is the reason why I had you go through that little exercise. Remembering a visual event in black and white versus color is an example of a submodality. The submodalities we have a firm grasp on dramatically influence our emotions and experiences. Everyone has their own special developed submodalities, and they completely control your overall emotions. When a person has a lack of emotions, that normally means they have not developed their submodalities. They can't re-experience past events clearly. If someone, however, has no control of their emotions, they normally have very well developed, maybe out of control submodalities. The reason they're having trouble with their emotions is mainly they experience past events as if they are occurring right then and now in that moment, and it overwhelms them. So if you want to control your emotions, you need to give your representations of a past event new submodalities. If it is a bad experience, you need to enrich it and then replace it with a positive experience. While you can't change the past, you can, however, change how you represent a past memory. You must now figure out what triggers your unwanted emotion. If something causes you to become angry, what triggers that anger? Now ask yourself these questions. Is that trigger in black and white or in color? Do you see yourself in the experience, or do you see it through your own eyes? Is the picture moving or a static image? Is the image close or far away? Are the sounds loud or soft? Are the sounds in stereo or monotone? How do you feel? Can you feel a tension in a specific part of your body? Now, to contrast this anger experience, I want you to think of a moment in which you're completely relaxed. Go there now and answer the above questions again. Breathe deeply and relax to get yourself out of your previous experience. Again, ask yourself, in this relaxed state, is it in black and white or color? Do you see yourself there, or are you looking at this experience through your own eyes? Is the picture moving or static? Is the image close or far away? Are the sounds loud or soft? Are the sounds in stereo or monotone? How do you feel? Can you feel any tension or lack thereof of tension in any specific parts of your body? You need to note all of the differences between your anger state and your relaxation state. Now you know the different submodalities you use when in a state of anger versus a state of relaxation. Now replace those submodalities of anger with those you utilize when you are relaxed. If you see everything in color when relaxed, but in black and white when angered, you then need to try and experience that which made you anger in color. If you continue to do this, the experience that previously caused you anger will now be much more subdued. If you're unable to eliminate your anger by substituting your relaxed submodalities, that means you have developed your emotion of anger beyond your ability to relax. This is actually quite common. What this means is you just simply find it easier to get angry than to relax. If that is true, you must find the positive emotion that is more powerful than your anger. I don't mean to be fruity, but this emotion normally is love. What I need you to think about in this circumstance would be a girlfriend or a boyfriend, a child, a pet, God, an object. And what you need to do now is analyze the submodalities that are well developed when you are experiencing this love. Then what you need to do is just re-experience the moment that makes you angry using these love submodalities. Now we're going to eliminate those negative feelings altogether. Rank the issue from 1 to 10 on how much anger, resentment, etc. it causes you to feel. Re-experience the moment in your mind that causes this feeling. Determine the trigger that causes the unwanted feelings. What images, sounds, feelings, etc. tell you to have this unwanted feeling, for example. See, hear, and feel the moment clearly. Note the submodalities that are well developed. Think of another experience that makes you feel the opposite emotions. Note those submodalities that are well developed here. Write down the differences between the visual, audio, and feeling submodalities of the problem versus the resourceful thoughts. Now think about both experiences at the same time. Think about what you see, hear, and feel in each experience at the same time. So at this point, you know what triggers the negative feeling. If you don't, go back, sit down, analyze. This is very important. You also know the different submodalities that are being used to experience that negative event and the positive submodalities you need to use to experience that event in a different light. Now you need to create a positive outcome image. Picture what you will look like without this negative feeling weighing you down. Imagine how you will feel once you have eliminated this negative feeling. Imagine how by eliminating this negative feeling your life will be changed. Again, you want to create an image of yourself. You do not want to be looking on this scene through your own eyes. You want to be picturing yourself. Richard Bandler, a renowned psychologist, created the Swish Pattern. Through this technique, you can replace negative feelings with positive feelings. All you need to do is find out what triggers the negative feeling, what you see, hear, and or feel, create a complete image of yourself in a positive and resourceful state, create an image of what you see when you're experiencing the negative feelings, and you need to see this image through your own eyes. Close your eyes and see the image that cues you to start having the negative feeling. Make this image big and bright. In the corner of this picture, create an image of your desired state. With your eyes closed, imagine that the resourceful image is growing big and bright and covering up the cue image, or the image that triggers your unresourceful or the negative feelings you want to eliminate. As you do this, you can make a swishing sound or sweep the issue away with your arm. Imagine your resourceful image swishing over the cue or the trigger like a wave. Repeat doing this until the trigger or the cue, be it an image, sound, feeling, or all of the above, which previously always made you think of negative things, but now makes you think of a more resourceful image. You can also, of course, swish the cue negative image away towards the distance, as if it was a picture just blowing away. This personally works best for me. Well, Akbar, I hope that answers your question. If anybody else out there has anything they'd like me to analyze, leave it in the comment section below. Of course, your comments are always welcome, and until next time.